Major changes could be coming to a D.C. neighborhood, all thanks to what's being called a cornerstone. A new giant grocery store just opened up in one neighborhood in Southeast. Fox 5's Sherry Lee reports it's a sign of things to come for Ward 8.
Food deserts in our backyard. Take a second to imagine you are hungry, and you open the fridge to find something to eat. You may find fresh fruit, organic meat to cook, salad ingredients to throw together. You may also realize you have no food, and you may decide to go to the grocery store. For many of us, grocery shopping is easy and a simple part of our daily lives. We hop into our cars and stop to grab milk, or we run to grab lunch for our kids late at night. For the residents of Ward 8, grocery shopping is not that simple. Ward 8 is considered a food desert. What is a food desert? According to the USDA, a food desert is anywhere where there is limited access to supermarkets, supercenters, grocery stores, and any other sources of healthy and affordable food. The USDA has varying measures and definitions to take into account all sorts of aspects, such as poverty level, accessibility to cars, and distance to stores. The three main criteria for a food desert are if you live within an area with a walking distance to a supermarket or grocery store that is more than 0.5 miles. If over 40% of the households have no vehicle available, and the median household income is less than 185% of the federal poverty level for a family of 4. Ward 8 fits all these criteria. There's currently only one grocery store in all of Ward 8, and that is the Giant that opened up almost 11 years ago. On a typical day, the Giant in Ward 8 is full of people scrambling to grab fresh produce before it runs out. The parking lots are congested with numerous people aiding elderly or disabled shoppers into rented vans. And the streets, regardless of weather, are crowded with people, arms full of grocery bags, walking to their homes or their bus stops. The people of Ward 8 shuffle their lives in order to be able to get to the store to feed themselves, and a quick stop at the store does not really exist to these residents. The only other sources for food that are easy and affordable are convenience stores and fast food. These are not feasible sources for healthy food. So how did this happen? Why is there only one store in Ward 8? Why has this not changed in over 11 years? Ward 8 is home to about 8,100 people. 6,500 residents of Ward 8 identify as Black. That is about 92%. Around 70% of residents living in Ward 8 have a household income of less than $50K. The green area on the map represents the more wealthier areas. About 47% of Ward 8 residents do not have access to a car. The purple area on the map represents where there are less access to cars. Around 1,300 people living in Ward 8 have disabilities. In comparison, let's look at Ward 3 and Ward 2. There are about 6,900 residents living in Ward 2. 65% of the population is white. There are around 7 grocery stores just in Ward 2. Although Ward 2 has a similar number in residents, access to cars, 45%, they have metro access. Around 79% of Ward 8 have a household income of $50K or more. According to the Policy Office of DC, Ward 2 has the highest car-free livability in comparison to the rest of the district. There are around 7,300 residents living in Ward 3. 85% of the population is white. There are 9 grocery stores in Ward 3. Only around 21 residents in Ward 3 do not have access to a car. Around 74% of residents have a household income of over $50K. This food desert is being ignored, and the environmental rights of the residents in Ward 8 are being violated. This is an issue of food justice. According to the 12th principle of environmental justice affirms the need for urban and rural ecological policies to clean up and rebuild our cities, and rural areas in balance with nature, honoring the cultural integrity of all of our communities, and providing fair access for all to the full range of resources. This means the policymakers in DC and the corporations involved with food resources need to make a change. In October 2017, around 200 members of Ward 8 took to the streets to protest and demonstrate the long hours they spend just to get something to eat. The grocery walk was planned by DC Greens. DC Greens is an organization focused on using the levers of education, food education, to promote food access and food policy to advance for food justice in the nation's capital. DC's Green's vision is that one day all people will be powered by food that sustains the environment, reinvests into local economies, and improves well-being and health. According to DC Greens, the only way to combat food justice issues is to recognize and address the structural inequalities in our food system. The work of creating just a food system shifts the power and knowledge to community members so that they can exercise their right to grow, sell, and eat healthy food at all times.